In today's video, in the Urban Survival series here at Survival on Purpose, we're going to do something a little bit different. I think it'll be interesting and hopefully it will be a little bit fun, but if you're in an urban survival situation, you might need to access some areas that might be, chained off or locked off or whatever. In an emergency, you might, for your own safety, you might need to do that. So some people can pick a lock pretty well, and lock picks are available. Some places those things are illegal, and they do take a certain amount of skill to be able to do that in practice. However, I was watching a TV show recently, and I saw that they used some canned air and a hammer to break a lock, and basically by freezing it. So, you know what? I thought that might be interesting to do our own little Mythbuster style video and just see how well that works. So I've got some canned air, I've got some locks, this is just one of them. And we're gonna see if it actually works here in the real world at Survival on Purpose, worldwide headquarters. So that's what's coming up next year on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. As I said, today we're gonna do something a little bit different. And the way this came about was I started getting back on the treadmill trying to get in shape. So I popped the old iPad up there and watched stuff on Netflix or Prime. And I started watching this show called Burn Notice. And basically the premise, there's a spy that got kicked out of it. Anyway, he got a burn notice thing and he can't be a spy anymore. And so he's having to improvise stuff. And one of the things that it showed on the show was that they used a can of canned air and a hammer to freeze a lock where it would become brittle enough for the steel to break. So I thought, that might be an interesting skill to have if you needed to maybe to escape a dangerous situation in an urban environment and there was a lock on the door or a chain or gate or whatever. So, only obviously for us, in extreme emergencies and following the laws and all that. It's not about being a criminal. It's about, only to save your life or somebody else's life. So anyway, I bought some canned air and I bought some locks. And as you can see, I got a lock up here already, and I put a kind of a sunk loop into the old tree here to bang it on. Done a little initial testing. By that I mean I shot some video without the audio on. So let me just tell you about the initial testing, and we'll get to the live testing. So first of all, I used this Master Lock maximum security level 8, and I'll shoot that footage in. I'll cut that footage in right now, but as you can see, it got really, really, really cold. I mean, I used the whole can on this thing and I beat the heck out of it, and it did not fail. It did not fail, but it still works. And you can see the lock itself, it's pretty much beat all to pieces. But so the Master Lock maximum security level 8, it says tough under fire. It's tough under ice too, so because it absolutely held the line. So then I went the other direction and got a really cheap lock, this Hyper Tough, no name brand whatsoever, a little bit smaller. And as you can see in the footage here, it opened. Now, what I can't say for sure is, would it have opened without the canned air? I don't know, and I only bought one of these, so I can't test that. Shame on me, my scientific method is definitely flawed. However, that was we'll call that the initial pre-testing. So now what I'm gonna do, I've got this Brinks steel locking bolt, 2,500 pound lock, and it's supposed to be pretty stinking tough. Okay, so it's 1,500 pounds pry resistant, 2,500 pounds cut resistant. So we're gonna try, I got 2 cans of air, so we're gonna try this one and see if it works, if it holds up, or if it can be opened with a hammer. Then, just to be fair, this is the kind of lock that they had in the video or the TV show I watched. So I've got this old one, and I don't even have a key for it. I'm gonna have to hook another lock in to hold it. But we're gonna try this one and see if it works, because this is the one they actually showed. So let's do that right now. This is a pretty thin lock. So hopefully, I say hopefully, like I want this to happen, right? Of course I do. You got 2 different brands of air. I don't think that matters. So let's just see what we got. So I found that if you hold the thing sideways to get it started, then you turn it upside down, it seems to work better. If you hold it upside down, it doesn't want to hardly work at all. So let's just see. And when you hold it upside down, you can see that it's putting out some snow and ice. It might be, it's some sort of refrigerant in here. So we're just going to try to get it cold here where the pins are inside. Because that would be, in my opinion, the most logical place for it to break. This is some pretty thick steel here. I'm gonna use the whole can just to get as cold as I can. Because so far nothing's worked. But you can see it's getting cold. That's slowing down. Let me see if I can hit it now. Oh, it worked. Check it out. That was so cool. All right, well, hey, look at it. It actually broke the steel there. So, I am pretty impressed by that, to be honest with you, because it actually did break the steel. So, okay, well, that was the Brinksman. So it's a little bit smaller. Ooh, it's cold too. You want to try the round one here? I'm gonna have to hook it on another lock because I can't open. I couldn't find the key for this one. This is the old trailer lock I had. So let me grab a key to this one and lock it on there. That noise you hear, by the way, is Kuma playing with his favorite toy. Because Huskies are crazy. So I got one more can of air, and I'm really hoping for some ultra extra spectacular results from this one. So let's do it. Oh, it can't be all. There we go. Ready? Here we go. Well, my hook failed, but the lock did not fail and did not break, and I beat the heck out of it. So should we try it again? Keep banging on it? Okay. I guess my hook has seen better days. This one, by the way, was a master lock as well, so I'm gonna have to give it to Master Lock. They seem to be holding their own against the Freon. And I know the lock picking channel say Master Locks are junk, but they seem to be pretty tough. And Kuma just ran off with an empty air can. Don't bite that, Kuma, you won't be happy. Let me go get the air can from Kuma. Come here, buddy. Where does that leave us in the scientific process? Do I think it's worthwhile carrying some cans of air and a hammer to get through locks? No, I don't. If it worked better than it did, I would say yeah, but it really only broke one. The other one, I think I probably would have been opened with or without the Freon or the air. Anyway, like I said, hopefully this has been fun, somewhat interesting, and sometimes it's as important as it is to know how to do what does work. It's also important to know what doesn't work. And I wasn't really surprised that something I saw on TV didn't work, but I had high hopes and I thought it might be a fun video. So anyway, I hope this has been interesting. Stay tuned to Survival on Purpose for more urban survival series videos, and we're going to talk about a wide range of topics. This one I just thought would be a little bit different and a little interesting. So I really appreciate you watching Survival on Purpose. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single video, because I understand YouTube is doing a pretty bad job of notifying people sometimes, I invite you to go to survivalonpurpose.com/subscribe. Get signed up for my weekly email newsletter. Every week I'll send you an email with links to videos, links to old videos, so you can see that even though I look like a doofus today, I looked like a doofus 7 years ago too. And there'll be links, offers, and deals I think you might be interested in. And occasionally we have a giveaway for the newsletter subscribers only. So I really appreciate your support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.